So Robert, thank you to you and your team. I mean, it's been fascinating and a really interesting experience to go through. So blood tests, various equipment I've been put through. Can we maybe just talk about what it is that you're looking for to identify with those tests that you're doing?
Okay, so you just finished your first health assessment in our center, which took about 5 hours.
Yeah.
And during this time we did more than 20 different tests. We did about 50 different blood tests, so it's a lot of information. And from that we are looking for different biological ages, metabolic age, blood age, cardiovascular age, pulmo age, cognitive age. So except this, we are looking for DNA tests, of course, which is very important for us, and also for mitochondrial activity, how many percentage of your mitochondria are active or not, which is also very important to produce energy. So a lot of information for us, and in the end we are preparing or waiting for our results, and then in the end, after about 4 weeks, we will prepare a special report for you, connecting all these dots with all our experts in it and their information about your results. So this report gives you the information, where are you exactly, where is your optimal level of health, and then what to do to improve your health, to be in the optimal level of health.
Okay, so will this be a combination of diet, exercise, maybe even some interventions that I need to start looking at?
Everything should be here because, you know, longevity consists of 3 main pillars. This is physical health, but also psychological health and emotional health. For 1/3 of this is only physical health, but we are also taking care of your psychological health and emotional health. From my point of view, it is a very, very important part of your journey with us.
Interesting. And some of the equipment that you have is really fascinating. So the first one was the ultrasound. What was it you're looking for when you're having those ultrasounds?
I suppose, you know, everybody should know ultrasound because it's a crucial device and test to do every year. You should do it every year. And we are doing this abdominal ultrasound, but also thyroid gland ultrasound, carotid arteries ultrasound. So a lot of information from one just ultrasound doing every year.
Yeah. Well, interesting, my carotid artery is apparently the 20-year-old male, so I'm quite pleased about that. So
we are trying to be polite. But of course, the truth is the most important thing. So.
And what about when I was wearing the face mask? What were you looking for there?
This is very interesting, and I love this one test because this is resting metabolic rate. So how exactly you produce energy early in the morning, starving on the empty stomach. So how much you burn your fat tissue or carbohydrates. This is very important because it gives us a lot of information about what you actually burn in the morning, but also what kind of sport you should do and when exactly you should do what. So a lot of information only after 10 minutes we're sitting with mask.
That's really interesting, because I guess currently I think I always exercise in the morning because I feel like that's the best time to get it done. And I've tried fasting and I just can't do fasting. My energy levels if I fast.
Fasting for how many days or hours? Intermittent fasting?
I've tried intermittent fasting. Yeah, and I've done also full day fasting. I've done a 5-day fast as well, using a fasting mimicking diet. But I have definitely found that fasting is one of those things that I really, really struggle with. I'm sure other people do as well, but maybe I'll find out why with this result.
You know, there are several theories about fasting, and the most important thing here is personalization. So fasting is not for everybody. Maybe it's not for you. There are several better ways to lose weight or feel better. So I suppose let's wait for your results and then I will tell you what exactly you should do to improve your health. If, of course, it is something to do, because you look very good. So,
well, having worn the full body stocking, I realise that I've still got work to do.
We'll show it here.
So with the scan that was being done, there was the bed scan as well as the 3D scan. So maybe you could just explain what they're looking for.
First, it was the part of metabolic age, so 3D scan which shows us the information about your avatar of your body and measurement, circumference measurement of parts of your body like neck, like biceps. But also we did DEXA scan, which is very important. DEXA scan is actually an X-ray, moving X-ray with a very low dose of X-ray, but gives us information about the composition of your body, very important. The fat mass, the lean body mass, and bone density, very, very important.
And when you have those results for somebody like me, presumably if you have a program that says, okay, well, you need to boost your lean muscle and reduce your fat, you could run the scan again in 12 months' time and see what the difference is between the two.
So we have three kinds of clients in here. One is that there are people who are very, very healthy. For them, we prepared a special program to sustain this health for years.
Yeah.
And this program is for 12 months, which is obvious because it's a lifelong program. The second one is clients who are very, very healthy but want to do even more. For them, we prepare the performance program to prepare them for marathons, things like that.
Yeah.
And the third one is for clients who are not very well with their health. So we prepared a special program to improve their health. And that program takes about 6 months. And during this time, of course, we take care about their diet, physical activity, emotional health, psychological health, things like that. And with in this time of 6 months, we take care, let me say, about everything, using a lot of wearables to improve their health.
Yeah.
And to change their behaviors, which is very important.
Yeah, and interestingly, because obviously you're a longevity physician, but also you're a urologist. So presumably in your earlier career, you would have been involved in perhaps giving people bad news or issues that they maybe need to deal with. Whereas now you're really helping people with a preventative approach to their life. How does that work for you? How does that feel for you being a physical, a doctor and a professional in the space?
Yeah. Okay, so indeed I'm in medicine for more than 26 years already, and mostly in urology and andrology. And I spent about 21 years in surgery, mostly in oncological field. So I did big operations, big surgery. But after that time, I said that maybe most of these guys comes too late, and I should do something to prevent to prevent coming there to the clinic. And I said, okay, the interventions like surgery is very important, but even more important is to teach people how do they they behave not to have such, let me say, serious health problems like oncological.
Yeah.
This is why I changed my mind and start preventive medicine, which is absolutely much more interesting for me now. So yes,
interesting.
I saw a lot of very interesting things.
Yeah, but of course now you may have noticed I'm a middle-aged male, and we obviously have a lot of problems as well as other people, other women. There's the menopause is a big thing. With the andropause, is that something that you see as being something that needs to be managed for middle-aged men as we all start to deal with our career changes and so on?
The good information is that we have more and more men coming here. The even better information is that the younger man is coming here in an age about 30, 35 years old, which is very, very important from our point of view because of longevity.
Right.
We can take care about them earlier. But of course we have many problems being a man mostly, and most of men are thinking about the slow decline of level of testosterone in our body. It's not andropause, let me say, because it's not just pause of producing testosterone, is a slow decline, but of course it takes a lot of time and a lot of problems with our health and metabolic changes in our body. And with that we have to stop that process and improve male's health. But except this, we have many other things like benign prostate, enlargement. So men are, let me say, different kind of patients, also mentally. So cooperating with male, let me say, is not very easy. We go to the doctor when we are really seriously ill, we are dying. This is time when we go to the doctor because we have to. The prevention in male society is not very often used. So I suppose that cooperating with men, I'm doing it for more than 20 years, it's a separate part of cooperating with clients. So it's not easy.
Yes. And I guess there's metabolic disease is one of those areas that when we drink too much and we start to not exercise as much as we need to, do you see that with the clients that you have coming through, especially those that you have the super fit people, the weekend warriors and so on, but do you feel that over the course of your career that people are becoming more aware now, or do you see, for example, when you look at the rates of aging now in America and Western societies, actually we're dying earlier again, so it's kind of tailed off. How do you feel about that? Because it's quite interesting to me that we've done so well in the past and now it's all starting to reverse.
As I said before, we have more and more men in here, not only men, and this is mostly because at first we know much more about our health, we are much more aware, and secondly, most of us really want to live longer. Really want to live long, maybe not longer, but healthier. And we are aware of that. So, especially in here, people are aware and there are, wants us to improve their health, to stay with us with their journey in lifetime. So it's much easier here to explain to people. But we have more and more people which don't know anything about their health, and they are coming to check it. So this is a good sign of changing in society way of thinking.
Yeah, and just a final thought, because it's interesting, because you see male patients and female patients.
Yes, we have a deep gender in here. We know that this is the different kind of persons, female and male.
Yeah, but my wife, she thinks I'm crazy. She thinks all the things I do, the supplements I take and exercise feels a bit too much like hard work. But for me, that really feels quite challenging, because I feel that really if I was working with her together and she was coming to a clinic like this and sharing the same experiences as me, the good news and not necessarily the not so good news, that she would be able to do something together. So do you feel that partners should be working together on their longevity?
Absolutely, it's much easier. Absolutely much easier, because what we do in here is mostly we're working with the behavior. So we are changing the behavior. This is why our program takes about 6 months, because this is time to change the behavior, and it's much easier if the couple together comes in that way, because they are supporting each other. This is very important, especially women for men. Mm-hmm. This is very important in that side. So in that direction. So this is very important. At first, it should be couples. And secondly, if you do small changes during the lifetime, during these 6 months of the program, very small changes, not revolution. I always say it shouldn't be revolution. It should be evolutionary, small changes in your body, and with all these wearables like continuous glucose measurement, heart rate variability, or sleep assessment, when we can show people that if you change something very small, it will be better for you, you will think about it in different way. Mm-hmm. So this is why we are moving very slow, but cooperating with our clients with a very, very close friendship with them.
Yeah, well, Robert, it's been a fascinating conversation. I know you've got other things to do, so thanks very much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.